Hey everybody, welcome to episode 54 of the Club Lorcana podcast. I am one of your hosts, Jeremy Bertrioni. With me as always, Syed.
Hello, hello.
And we have friends of the podcast, Ryan Walker and Nathan Tripp, joining us today.
Hey.
Nathan is fresh back from Vegas for the Star Wars Galactic Championship, which we'll talk about a little bit in comparison to the Disney Lorcana DLCs. But first, our upcoming events section. Some of the upcoming events that we've been asked to talk about. I really think an important section of this podcast is going to be us talking about upcoming events so that you don't miss maybe one of the big prominent ones in your community is the Ink Invitational or Ink something that's happening the same weekend at CCS. And do you know where that one is? I think I bricked on it. Give me 1 second. I got it. It's in Baltimore. I'm just kidding. I have no idea. It's in Westminster, Minnesota.
Are you sure?
No. What's MD? Maryland?
Maryland.
It's in Westminster, Maryland.
But now everybody's going to remember it.
This is the Ink Open. It's got a core constructed 10K on September 6th. It's got a 10-box youth tournament on September 6th. And on September 7th, it's an Infinity format 5K. Join them. They have a lot of really exciting casters like JDZ Quest, one of my personal favorites. Lorcana Villain, Garrick, J-Bomb, Kawa, and Color. So,
Kawa's coming all?
Yeah.
That sounds like an awesome event.
Well, Kawa's casting it. He might be zooming in.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
So yeah, that'll be a really great event coming up in Maryland. Community helping carry Lorcana on its back right now, putting on some really great events. We also have two, I guess, qualifiers. I don't know if they were always going to be qualifiers, but two events that give you a potential to win an invite to nationals over in Europe. That's going to be the last weekend of September, and I think we are attending them. So there's an event in Wales. What's that event called?
It's at Firestorm Games. It's the Lorcana Celebration in Cardiff.
Lorcana Celebration in Cardiff, which is in Wales, a week before the Bologna DLC. And Ryan and I are going. We got our tickets. We're going to Europe. And then you guys are going to some like other weird tournament that weekend. What are you guys doing?
We are also going to, what are they called? CCQs?
You're going to a CCQ?
Yes, we're going to the Stockholm Open, which is a way better city.
Got him.
Dang you! All the Cardiff all the Cardiff fans in chat sound off because we're really popping off. I think Cardiff's a great city.
Yeah, it is not as good as
Brittany was
Stockholm.
way more excited for
Yeah.
Stockholm.
Molly was like, "We're going to Wales."
We gotta go to like pubs, right? That's like cool. Yeah, we gotta do cool stuff in Wales.
I think we're both gonna go to exactly where we should be.
Yeah.
Great. So, anything else to say? That's our upcoming events section.
Yeah. We're all gonna be meeting up in Venice.
Yeah.
Right before Bologna.
Am I going to that? I'm not going to that. I'm not doing
Oh,
that.
you're not doing that?
I'm testing with justice.
He's meeting us in Bologna. Yeah.
Okay, so us three are meeting in Venice.
While you guys are on some cool European vacation, I'm going to be trying to win the DLC.
Okay.
Ever heard of that? Ever heard of winning a DLC?
Wow, that's crazy. I feel like someone here has.
Well, anyway.
What do you think we're going to be doing?
Our wives are going to be having fun.
We're going to be testing hard.
I can't wait to see how your wives react to that knowledge.
It might be their first and last DLC trip.
Can't wait for them to see that it's not the romantic trip to Venice they envisioned, but actually,
we're going to be on our boats on our phone.
Yeah, it's going to be, honey, if you're going out, can you pick up sleeves from the LGS on the outskirts of town? We need more black sleeves. Great. So yeah, that'll be a ton of fun. I guess really looking forward to traveling together for trips. I just, got back from Vegas, traveled together for a trip, but we'll talk about that a little later. Let's talk about the metagame insofar as the set championships. Last weekend of the set championships was this past weekend. Zan, while we were in Vegas, you went to go play in a set championship. What'd you play? Why'd you play it?
I played Amber Steel Aggro. I actually didn't mean to play this deck.
Whoops.
Okay, so what happened?
What happened was I actually was like, oh, I'm going to play Purple Steel for this one.
Okay.
So I built the Purple Steel deck, and I thought I had switched deck boxes, but I didn't switch deck boxes. So my sister's wedding is coming up, and so we had dance practice in the morning at my house. So we did dance practice, and then I ran to this set championship, and I pulled out my deck and, got my 7 cards, and I was like, this is the wrong deck.
So when you drew your opening hand, the first 7 cards, you were like, "This is the wrong deck." So instead of playing Purple Steel, you played Amber Steel.
Yeah. There was no deckless submission. So I just thought it would be really embarrassing to be like, hey, can I switch the deck? I didn't want to go through all that. I was like, I just have to commit to it. And so I committed to it. And I did well.
Interesting philosophical question. Do you think that you cheated?
Do I think I
No
cheated?
deckless.
No,
How is that
there's no
cheating?
deckless.
Your intent when you said
Oh no!
I don't know.
way.
Playing Purple Steel.
It's interesting.
No way.
What?
It's an
There's no
interesting
deckless.
philosophical question.
You had a deck and you played it. It doesn't matter what you intended.
No, as soon as I drew my opening hand, I was like, why am I playing this?
Right, but shouldn't you have been like, okay, Judge, I thought I was playing a different deck.
No.
No way. That sounds crazy to me.
I just felt like I was going to
thinking about
make a spectacle out of something that wasn't a spectacle.
Okay, so you played Amber Steel, and how'd it go?
I lost in the finals to Kendall.
If only it had been Purple Steel, you would have won in the finals.
So let me break it down. I went 3-0, then drew twice into top 8. In the last round, I drew with Kendall. It was an interesting situation. It came down to tiebreakers. So Kendall actually drew round 1.
His brother.
That's interesting.
Okay, not with his brother. With Kevin.
oh, nice.
Not on purpose.
Oh, they just
They
whipped that
just
one.
actually
Oh.
drew. And so
I didn't even know they could do that.
then they won the next 3 rounds, and that's why I got paired against Kendall. And I think I was in 3rd and Kendall was in 4th or something like that. But basically, tiebreakers just kept switching. Now when you look at the new tournament app, you can see all of the things just going up and down.
Mm-hmm.
And essentially, I ended up somehow in 3rd, even though I was one of only 2 people, me and this other person, who went 3-0.
Right.
And somehow our tiebreakers switched, and Kendall became 1st seed,
Oh.
even though he drew round 1.
That's pretty wild.
And
Sure.
so when we got to the finals, the thing that mattered the most was
Play draw.
play draw. And so game 3, I didn't have even a 1-drop. And I was playing Amber Steel aggro. So I loved that I ended up playing Amber Steel, not because I thought it was a better choice. I think Purple Steel was a better choice for that tournament. But yeah, I mean, it's just a good deck that just kind of autopilots itself. But the most important thing about it is the more die rolls you win, the better position that you're in. And I definitely had the thought. I was like, did I have the foresight to have played round 4 to try to get the play? I definitely think it was wrong to play against Kendall when we were locked to be one of 1, 2, and 3, and 4, right? But I could have played the round before. But I knew that person was playing blue-red items.
Bad matchup for you.
Yeah, and I would say that was bad. So I was like, I should draw here because I'm more likely to be 1 or 2. But obviously Kendall and Kevin both won.
Oh, well, then in that case, they will be better than you because your first round opponent had a loss and theirs didn't. So their opponent match win percentage is higher.
Well, I was looking like I was going to be better than them. Then my first round opponent lost in the
lost
last
again.
round, and then I fell to 3rd.
Right. That makes sense. That
But
way.
I was going to be first if that person won.
Oh, man, that person really let you down.
And it happens. I thought that player was really good. I felt really lucky to beat them. They weren't playing the best deck. They were playing blue steel items. And it was my worst nightmare. They demolished me in game 1. Right? They just went like Bell, like strength, storm, strength, storm, strength, storm. I was like, oh my God, what are the chances? Game 2, they go Bell again. And I win on the skin of my teeth. And then game 3, they didn't have Bell. And I was like, oh yeah, this feels different.
Much different.
But yeah, I enjoyed the tournament. I would say, the thing about the Amber Steel deck is you kind of look at your deck at a certain point and you're like, whatever you give me is how my tournament's gonna go. And I really don't like that feeling. I feel like there's a baseline of you make good decisions, but after that you're just you're just leaving it to the god of luck, otherwise known as Labubu.
Oh my gosh. Interesting acknowledgement of the Labubu. Stick around to the end of the episode where Zan Syed will open and give his impressions on the Labubu endemic that is sweeping across the United States. So we're entering into the last month, the sunset of the metagame. Across the pond, Justice won with the Amber Steel Jund deck that we all love to talk about, but no one loves to play. Any sort of last thoughts on this metagame? Any final shadows left uncovered that you want to try out?
What was Kendall playing at the?
He was
what did he
playing
win
blue
with?
red DKP.
Okay.
The person that ended up hitting number 1, I think as of yesterday, was Amber Steel aggro.
Chris Anderson got to number 3 spot on Lorcanito with Amber Steel Jund.
Amber
but-
Steel is a well positioned deck, but number 1 is what? Amber Steel aggro.
Yeah, I think I've been number 3. So
It's not the version that I'm playing, but we're like 2 cards off. They're playing pigeons. What are the pigeons called again?
Oh, the
Vinny.
I
Yeah.
like Vinny. Yeah,
Yeah, Vinny's
really,
a cute
still doesn't
card.
help your blue
Vinny's
red,
good.
but he's very good against anything that's not red.
He's a cute card.
Great. So that pretty much wraps up our talk about the metagame for the upcoming set championships. Next we could go a couple different directions. I think that people are looking forward. So there was a big leak of the next set, basically.
Yep.
And I'm interested to hear your opinion on what you want to talk about on the podcast. On my space, the line was, if it's on the 20 Lore Discord and everyone's talking about it, then it's fair game, because you don't want to just be like behind the curve of all the other content creators because you won't talk about leaks. But anything that you got from like a different source, you probably shouldn't talk about. I think the first thing we can talk about, we can go around and discuss leaks. Bad for the game, good for the game. How do we feel about them? Ryan, you start.
Interesting. It's just such an interesting time because leaks are so different right now because it's mostly reprints, right? Usually when a set's coming out and we start to get leaks or brand new cards, some of them are going to break the game. These are just reprints. So we just get to find out if a card is sticking around or going away.
Well, we did get leaks of the 5 legendary cards from every color that are not reprints. So
Those are
the purple one's Dumbo, the steel one is Scar, which is very bad, and the rest I pretty much forgot about because I didn't care very much about them because they weren't that great.
So the interesting thing I think about leaks is I saw somebody post to Twitter, and I can't remember their name, but they write articles. And they're like, these leaks are actually really bad for content creators because like it does like a pre-wave to where the engagement goes to whatever Discord or leak rather than if it comes out kind of on its schedule and then everybody can kind of ride that wave. So I think that from like a content creation / like gating, I think they're kind of bad. We want like obviously, it's things are out now. We get to know more information. That can be like fun, but in terms of for Ravensburger for the community, like having it well managed, I think is probably better in the long term. More fun and maybe like it's kind of cool sometimes, but I think it hurts maybe the community a little bit.
Yeah, you can tell the community enjoys seeing the reveals, right?
Yeah, we've been hungering since Worlds.
Maybe we'll get a reveal sometime. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be cool. What is y'all's opinion on how does it affect everything negatively? Like, I mean, from a number standpoint, do you guys think that it makes people buy the set less?
I mean, I think that this set is going to be the worst selling Lorcana set of all time so far, right? Because it's mostly reprints. So if you already have cards, you have no reason to buy this set. And there's never anything like that for any of the other sets.
I think that that's not true. I think that this is the best way to get into the game. I think that that's what their opinion is, and I think that's a lot of people have been waiting for a set like this so they can be like, oh, now I'm getting into Lorcana. Basically, we know that there's a giant queue in a bunch of these other card games that have been failing their player base, and this is the time to jump into Lorcana. I don't know. I think that they're also introducing new rarities. Like, I think that those are just
The collectability goes up, I think, with this set. What are the 2 new rarities? You have Iconic, and then the one in between.
Epic.
I think Epic is going to be the one that like people really because you get the full. It's like a full art experience to the normal card. So like if you want to bling, but you can't go to like the whatever 2 levels up or go to enchanted, I think that's gonna make a lot more cards be in that epic frame, which we've seen in Star Wars, which we'll talk about in a second. You have like the hyperspace, like the people do like, and I do like the full art treatment to just normal cards.
Yeah, I think it can go both ways. I think a lot of it depends on Ravensburger, right? It's like if we're gonna have this big influx in new players, and it's an awesome set for new players to open because they get some of those cards that they don't have, there needs to be something to bring them in, right?
Yeah.
And so these DLCs that are coming right on the back of this new set need to be drawing players in, or whatever that second level of play, if it's third parties,
Yeah.
right? We need more information so that can draw the people in. And then, okay, now it's a good set to open because we all have this huge player base.
Yeah, I also think it's a 4-in-1 situation, which is amazing.
Mhm.
And if you think about the way that things are rotating, you're like, oh, this set is going to stay here the longest because there's going to be a core on both sides.
No.
Why?
Set 5 stays the longest, right? Because it's in through most of last year and all of this next year.
So what are
It's
the
the same-
next
it's
4
the same
sets that
thing.
leave?
The next 4 sets that leave aren't they going to be 5 through 9?
8.
5 through 8.
So whichever
Every fifth
whatever
set will be sticking around the longest.
Okay. Well then, yeah, set 9 is going to be around for a long time.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
this encapsulates like the most amount of cards, and since they have like proven themselves as being like healthy cards for the game, especially like let's say they reprint Friends on the other side. They're like, oh, this card has a healthy pattern. So if someone gets Friends on the other side and they join the game on this set, then they can expect that card to probably stick around for the next set as well. You know what I mean? Like, so the game will always have a core that if someone got in set 1 or this set Fabled, then they have a core amount of cards that end up helping them in the long run.
Really wish that they printed first edition on the
first set for
first
collectability.
set for collectability.
I do wish
But
that.
the problem, one of the
Or
problems
even the
with the
first
early stuff
8
is
sets.
it's gone up, right? Like Strength of the Raging Fire, those foils a little bit ago were like $30.
Yeah, they're going way
Yeah.
down.
And even like the normal one was expensive, and because Amber Steel has always been expensive. Well, we saw the League promo is going to be Strength, and I think that's good. You want like we have to balance out between like collectability and approachability. And like if the game wants to continue to grow, which I think that is the aim and goal, is you want people to be able to play competitive decks for a nice like approachable cost. But then if you want to bling it out with epics, enchanteds, that kind of stuff, then you can spend your money. But you want it to be to where people can play decks.
And lastly, the new Dumbo, Bosch or Posh. We all want to know what Syed thinks about the new Dumbo. Have you seen it?
Can
You
you
heard
give
about this?
Can you give
I haven't
myself
seen
in,
it, but I've heard about it. Yeah.
yeah, what does he do? I don't have any context.
4 ink, inkable 3/3, quests for I think 2, and all of your evasive, and it's evasive, and it gains all your evasive gain the ability to tap for. You can pay 1 and tap them to draw a card and gain a lore.
Yeah, the card's busted.
That's crazy.
It's purple. I should have said that, I
Evasive
guess.
Yeah.
Tribal, which is already, it probably slots really good into the purple green like evasive package, maybe.
Yeah, when we were testing for Worlds, what was that song that we played, which was like
This is my family.
No, this is my
No.
favorite. He's talking about the big one.
the big one? It was like sing together. Every,
and super sealed.
yes, in Super Sealed. So when we sang together, and you would draw a card, gain a lore for every card that sang that card. That was busted.
It was very good.
And so now we're just kind of doing the same thing. And we already have a color combination that already focuses on evasives, which is green purple, which already has a great removal suite with the lever situation. You know?
Criticism of this card is that it's a little bit ink hungry. I mean, it's gonna eat it. So on your turn 5, if you tap all your ink to draw a bunch of cards and gain a bunch of lore, then you're not adding any more to the board. I'm just going through potentials.
But yeah, you gain 5 lore and
If I got to
Gain
draw,
5
if I have
cards.
three evasive cards on the field,
Sure.
and I use 3 ink to gain a lore
Gain
and
3
draw
lore,
a
draw 3
card,
cards.
that is so above rate.
It's above rate.
It's pretty good.
And then I still have more two more ink to play another dude.
I'm just maybe trying to
Put a
play
go-go
devil's
and play.
advocate.
Go.
I think that this card will make the DLC promo a lot more valuable, which is a 1-drop evasive character.
Pegasus.
Pegasus is going to be very sought after if this is a very popular deck.
Pegasus and Dumbo.
Well,
Animals are coming.
Is Pegasus confirmed in?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think because it's a DLC promo, those are all playable.
I wonder if we're getting the 5 costs.
That is relevant.
The Shift Pegasus? I
we
would
almost
have to
certainly
imagine,
will. I think
yeah.
if you put the little one in, you want to put the big one in. I think they like shifting.
I mean, Genie was already a good enough card. Now you just have a whole engine built around all of this, and it's just kind of not good. Yeah, like I'm just like already trying to think. I'm like, in Magic, there's this card called Sphinx's Revelation.
Great.
Right? It is basically 3 ink, and then for every ink after the 3 ink, you draw a card and gain a life, which is draw a card, lose a lore.
They
Right?
lose the lore.
They lose a lore, right? And so that is like such an insane rate, and I just think that this is going to be even more insane. You put a body on the field, and then all of a sudden, all your previous cards are replacing themselves. So can this Dumbo tap itself?
I don't know. For
Might
sure.
say
I don't
other-
think so. I think it gives your other evasives that ability.
Okay. So
what if they reprint the bird, and you can tap your Diablo to draw a
another
card, gain a
card?
lure, and then pass your turn, and
I
then
don't
draw
think we're
another
getting
card?
it back.
I'm almost certain that they're not reprinting the bird.
What if they did though?
They
That
could
would be
give us
crazy.
Diablo back without giving us the 1-cost Diablo, which would mean that it's basically a green-purple card.
Oh, you still have that. Yeah, you still
Do
have
you have
those
the-
2 purple ones.
I know.
And
No, we lose one of the other purple ones.
you don't lose the O one.
the like pet
Yeah,
one.
but you lose the 2-1.
Yes, you
The one
lose
that,
the
the
2.
one that.
But
we
you
don't
get to keep the evasive 2-drop one, which is not that great
Okay, great.
with that.
challenge.
But it's gonna be.
But he's better with this.
He's
Dumbo
great with
card.
Dumbo. It's like Go-Go and Dumbo.
Yeah.
Dumbo also works well with your happies. Your
God, this deck is
2
so-
ones.
What about
lame.
that mem? The mem that never saw play was the one where you discard a card, gain a lore.
Oh,
Could you
No,
just
no.
you just have like 7 cards in hand? You're like, all right, I already gained all this lore from Dumbo. I'm just gonna drop the mem and discard my hand.
no.
Does that not work?
Also costs ink. So now you're playing 2 cards that are extremely ink hungry.
No,
is
no.
is that not like a finisher?
No, we're not playing that card. We can't play that card because essentially it's working against this card. You would never have enough ink to do both sides.
No, I'm thinking like you got 4 lore left and it's like 4 lore out of your hand. I don't
Yeah.
actually remember how the card
Yes,
works.
but basically you just want to play all evasive characters anyways,
yeah.
right? Like you want to go. Let's just talk about the curve. You want to go Pegasus into Diablo or Go-Go into what's the 3-drop that we have that's evasive now? We lost
Diablo.
Peter Pan
Losing
Shadowfinder.
Peter Pan Shadowfinder, big
Oh.
deal.
Oh,
That
that'd
is a
be
big
big.
Oh,
deal.
don't we have the Tinkerbell?
We have 1/3 quest
Yeah,
for
the
2
new
Tinkerbell.
1/3.
So Tinkerbell
mini.
into 4-drop, which is
Dumbo.
Dumbo or
And then
Genie.
Yeah, you could play Genie, I guess, if you
And then
wanted
next
to.
turn you play Dumbo and you
And
draw
then
a
you draw
card.
one
It already
card.
replaced itself.
Yeah, but your opponent, look at what they're doing.
The best card is, now you know what card looks great? The 5-drop evasive 3/3. You may bounce a character back to your hand, draw a card.
Oh,
Magic of Dispel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? One card that we really need for this whole strategy to work that will
No.
give it an edge is Kit. We're losing Kit.
Oh yeah, that bounce.
by the time.
So most of our building and stuff is still left up to speculation, but the addition of the steel removal spell has really helped out a lot of people who are working on Amber Steel for sets 5 through 9 core constructed.
We get 3 choices there. We get Blue Steel, which is allies.
Yep.
We get Amber Steel, which is like Diggy Hole.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got Purple Steel, which is probably going to be more Dumbo themed. Genie.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Aggro.
Dumbo is going to be a little bit of a warping force for Amethyst for sure. But for now, that's our look to the future and what could be in Lorcana. I think we're going to hold off on talking a little bit more about some of the cards, maybe some of the other legendaries.
Holy moly, happy.
I said
That's what I
half.
said.
yeah.
It's evasive
That's
on your
so
turn.
lame.
All of the like steel guys that are like, oh, during your turn this is evasive,
You're like,
are
okay,
like
cool.
Dumbo's like, that's all I need. I don't need him to be
So you can
evasive
play the
every time.
genie, the 3-drop genie.
Baby Jafar staying that's evasive.
No,
on
no,
your
it's
turn?
gone.
It's gone. Bam.
But but the genie on your turn is evasive. That card is really
Ooh,
important.
the 3-drop. Yeah.
Yep. 3-drop, 3/4. That
The
card's
dragon.
really important.
Mm-hmm.
That guy basically gets rid of everybody.
The dragon is a powerful card. We learned in our testing for Super Sealed, and that thing
Well, I mean, it's gonna be insane now.
sits there with his arms crossed and doesn't mess around.
That guy is crazy.
That guy's crazy. Next topic for conversation. This past weekend, Nathan and I went to go see the Galactic Championship for Star Wars. This provides an interesting comparison point because the Galactic Championship was a much more open thing. I think there were 3,000 some people that signed up for the main event, and there were even more attendee badges sold. So this was an event that could have had like 5,000 people at it, right? This is sort of the opposite of the sort of small ball approach that they took to DLCs. And it was hosted in the fabulous Venetian Resort in Las Vegas. I guess Nathan wants me to bring up that we did end up winning the very sought-after showcase cards before they went out of stock at the prize wall on Sunday.
Had to get him in the morning.
Had to get them in the
before-
morning. Here we have Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader. We're going to be working on selling those on our new website that we can sell cards on when we get that going for the podcast. If anyone would like to make an offer on those cards, they can message us. But Nathan, you're sort of like a newer player. You haven't seen as many trading card game tournaments. What was your impression? Was it, I mean, there were a lot more people here than there were at some of the DLCs we've been to.
Yeah, it was really interesting. If we're like comparing it to the DLCs, it did feel a little bit more like a convention. So a lot of people doing more like side things. They had like pin collecting, they had photo op things, which I think that some of these things would be like really great for us to like pull over, because it gave people something to do outside of like the main competitive event. In terms of like the feel of it, we were really impressed with how it was run. Minus it was slightly similar to Atlanta, that they were reaching some the side events at the beginning were slow, and then they improved over the weekend. That was awesome. Like people waited in line for hours on Friday, then they did like, I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 times as many on Saturday. The last issue is everybody want to get their prizes, and that was like a 2 to 3 hour long line.
There's a 3 hour line for the prize wall at the end of the day on Sunday.
Compared to Lorcana.
There was a much faster line for the prize wall at the end of the day on Sunday, but there is still a line.
The worst line I think, if I remember from the DLCs, was in Seattle after they ended one of the side event, like one of the bigger side events, and everybody got like a huge amount of tickets all at the same time. But then even that one was not even close to as bad, and there was a lot more, I think, staff for the Lorcana line.
We weren't the only ones checking it out and doing some scouting, comparing to Lorcana. The one of the head designers for Lorcana, Steve Warner, was seen playing in the Star Wars Galactic Championship. Nathan is wearing a piece of merch that is available for purchase at the Star Wars Galactic Championship, sporting a logo on the back that says Star Wars Unlimited 2025 Galactic Championship. This is a huge comparison point from Lorcana that does not sell merch, and he also was able to win a playmat that features the placard for the Star Wars Unlimited 2025 Galactic Championship, along with one of the best cards in Limited in Star Wars that deals damage to somebody equal to your remaining HP. So in that sense, this tournament had a lot more things going on, and there was more of a reason to go to it because it was in a big destination, basically casino in a big destination city. Not every city in the world can be Las Vegas, so I'm not really begrudging them there. But I think like little things like selling merch at your events are definitely things that I think Ravensburger should jump on for the DLCs. And there was just a lot more, like Nathan said, cool stuff. There was like a giant TIE fighter that you could stand next to and get a picture with. There were lots of things that they do have at DLCs, like an artist alley and a chance to learn to play with the designers of the game, things of that nature. The big thing that they had to work on was crowd mitigation, but they did get better at it. Like Nathan said, on day one, they ran about 400 on-demand side events. On Saturday, they ran 2,200 on-demand side events. So they picked up the pace. But there was still a really egregious line to get into the side events almost all day on Sunday because most of the players went there for the main event. Obviously, most of them didn't make day 3. And so on Sunday, all anyone wanted to do was play in side events, and the line for it was like maybe an hour and a half long. So if you're going to play a side event, you're probably going to play 1, maybe 2.
One interesting like comparison to Lorcana and reverse comparison. So I really liked that it was open. That was really cool. Definitely, they had a side event focus, but they had the main event. Next year will not be this. It will be invite only to do the main event, and then they will be doing the side events again. So the hope would be that, I guess, for Lorcana Worlds, that it would be a similar format. Invite only to the main event, and then let's have like a big, hall where we can do side events. Like obviously, we're hoping to be in Worlds, but
I'd be surprised if that wasn't the intention for Worlds coming
that seems like it
for
will
Lorcana.
be.
But my first question as you were talking there, and this is coming from somebody who knows very little about Star Wars. I only just beat Jeremy a couple times, basically. Remind me, what's the next biggest event that Star Wars has put on? Like, I'm trying to get a
This is
scope
the
of
only
what.
one.
So this is the only one, right?
Well,
I listened to
on
you.
the
This
lower tier
scale.
was the regional qualifiers that they ran basically at SCG cons, similar to the Vibes like qualifier or whatever that was at an SCG con. They had one in Richmond and I think one in Wisconsin, or no, Connecticut. They had one in Connecticut, one in Richmond this year that would qualify you for potentially this event. And then they also had at the like sort of set championships level, they had planetary qualifiers, which were you could go to your local store and the winner of every one got the day one buy. For this one. So this
But,
was
like,
the highest tier.
Yeah, the scale is like we talked to people there, and I was like, they were like, "Oh, this is the biggest event they'd seen." I was like, "Yeah, we just our events like sell out in like 2 seconds, and they're like 2,000 people." I'm like, I'm pretty sure that we could do a 5,000, 10,000 person tournament and it'd still sell out.
Yeah, because that's where my mind goes first. It's right. It's like you were saying they had some things, some bumps in the road that were similar to Atlanta. Well, it was their first event, right? It was just like Atlanta in a sense, right? So.
They pivoted very quickly, so that was impressive, and kudos to the staff. Got to talk with some of them. Playlock was there.
Playlock was there. He said hi to me. He was like, "What are you doing?" I talked to Brad Nelson, who's helping run the event on the Melee side. Zan, you've been to a lot of events. What are your thoughts? I know you're a little more cynical than the rest of us on Star Wars.
I mean, Star Wars is a good game, but I mean, it's just way more complicated than Lorcana.
Okay.
You just gotta get lost in the sauce, right? Like, both players are sharing a turn, so essentially, you're just gonna get lost naturally. No matter what level of card player you are, you either know too much or know too little, and it just makes it complicated from both sides. Number 2 is this is their first event, which is like pretty massive.
Yeah.
They're doing it in basically the best area possible, so they can get like kind of the best results. But they're not doing any of the hard cities, right? So the thing about Lorcana is they hit the ground running. They went all over the world, so your worlds feels like a worlds.
True.
Right? Like you really got players from all over the world. Like I'm not sure how many of the players were coming from Japan or Australia or whatever.
At the Star Wars one,
Yeah.
there wasn't a lot, but I did play against somebody from Sweden. So
And Italy and Spain, but yeah.
Cool, but you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we have like Lorcana is already like starting to set like big tournaments in big cities, and like with Magic, we kind of got to see that whole infrastructure develop.
Mhm.
And Lorcana is like super far ahead on Lorcana is super far ahead in terms of doing the same thing. I would say Star Wars is like kind of behind because they have to like now start on doing one city at a time, right? And figuring out the infrastructure on how to do a tournament in Europe, right? Whereas the continental level tournament in Europe, right? And basically create an infrastructure. The other part about this is, yeah, you can do a store to sell stuff, but what ends up happening is the result isn't the same, right? The prices of the cards did not reach the same level, and I definitely believe that Lorcana / Disney had a reason for why they did some of the things that they did that increased the collectability, which increased the price, which made everything way more sought after, right? The fact that you can go and buy a hoodie or a backpack works against the collectability of it, which ends up making it less sought after. So you have to figure out what you want to do. the other things I just keep hearing is like, okay, the things that are available for the people who were not successful in the main event. I think that Lorcana right now is doing a really good job at working on how to make like everybody want to do well in the main event and not just play in the side events, and then secondarily focus on the side event things. And I think that they're doing it in the right order because it creates a prestige around playing in these big tournaments and trying to do well at these big tournaments. I think that one of the reasons why it was so hard for me to go to Star Wars was because I didn't know if I could sell some of the stuff. I didn't know, like, it just didn't have the same level of prestige that, and I don't think, I think it's like, I think part of it is intentional from Ravensburger, and I'm like proud of them for doing it in the way that they did, that allowed this very, like, I don't know, it feels like a lightning strike moment, because we've been part of Magic for so long that like the money aspect was never solved.
Sure.
For 30 plus years, right? Like the original card game never solved how can someone justify flying across the world to play in a tournament and not win at least their flight back. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, not everybody looks at card games that way, right? Like nobody buying a hoodie, I think, at the Star Wars convention that was the Star Wars Unlimited tournament was trying to resell it. They were trying to get a cool hoodie that commemorated the time that they were at the first ever Galactic Championship.
And that's why I'm saying that there are two different goals here: appeal to like everybody, or appeal to someone who's trying to achieve the best thing in the card game.
I just feel like I would have liked to have a DLC Atlanta 2024 t-shirt.
I will say the one thing another thing I didn't like was, which is some people would like this who have money, and some people won't like this who don't have money. They'd rather earn it on skill. The final day.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna like this.
Yeah, you're gonna. You're allowed to once. It would be different. They should just say we're not selling any more tickets now. You can do this, but you're able to take your side event tickets, the ones that you buy to enter a side event, and just hand it in for 100 tickets. So you could spend any amount of money and get any amount of tickets. It made it like almost pay to win, because you didn't have to play any side events. You could just pay for the prize wall.
Yeah, I mean, we're all gamers here. We understand what type of games we're trying to play, and like, if I ever saw that, I would be like, okay, this is my last event. Bye.
Yeah.
But we did have some people come up to us at the event that recognized Jeremy, recognized me, Ryan, which is not my name.
A couple people walked up to me and were like, Jeremy, I love your podcast. And they looked at Nathan and they were like, Ryan. And I was like,
close.
No.
I'm the other friend of the podcast.
Wait, I have one more question. Did things sell out?
Yeah.
Okay, so could someone theoretically go and buy a bunch of tickets, get 100 tickets, and like hundreds of tickets, and then get the stuff that they want, and then someone else who was jamming events all day not get the stuff?
This did happen.
You could only change the buy tickets for prize tickets on Sunday.
So if you get the tickets on Friday or Saturday,
if you jammed Saturday, won a bunch, and you were like early in line for the next day, then you could. And it also would have really helped to be the VIPs, because the VIPs got in an hour early. $500.
But now you definitely punish the people, because this is a 3-day tournament, right? Friday, you need to do well on Friday in order to qualify for Saturday. You need to do well on Saturday in order to qualify for Sunday. So the people who qualified for Saturday but didn't qualify for Sunday now got completely decimated.
Yeah, we're hoping that
they had a rough time.
We're hoping they put some to the side for the Day 3 main event people, because they also were given a ton of tickets, but I don't have any.
We don't have any information on that. The thing that you're really not going to like is we had to drop our Sunday event round early to get in the 3-hour line for prize wall tickets, because if we had played that round, we were pretty sure they would have been completely picked clean by the time we got there.
And it was only an hour and 45 minutes because we saved some time.
Yeah.
What are you guys saying?
We had a lot of fun. We had a great time. I went to Fat Tuesdays twice. We had a great time.
Super excited for the DLCs this season.
It was just cool to see an event with that many people. I think they did a lot to add to the prestige because the stage they had set up was really sick. It was a giant stage. It said Star Wars Unlimited. Fog was coming off of it.
It just feels like a giant event that's paid for by being able to sell all this extra stuff, which I don't think that the DLCs are about. They're focused on the card game, and that's
like playing the game.
And I'm like, that's what we want them to focus on. Like that's what
right, but we want to be able to get tickets. And for the Star Wars event, you could have got a ticket.
You gotta go play. You gotta go. Yeah, I mean, everything is gamified. If you want a ticket for a DLC, you gotta fight for that.
Yeah, so I think that's dumb. I like that I could buy a ticket to the Star Wars event, go to the Star Wars event, and have a good time at the Star Wars event, even though I wasn't there at 12 o'clock a.m. on the morning that they released the tickets.
Okay, do you think we would be going to any DLC if we won the tournament and only your flight basically gets paid?
No, the person that won this tournament did very well.
But do you get what I'm saying? It's like right now you could top 64 a DLC and come back and you profited 2 times or 5 times how much you paid to go.
Yes,
sure. But we scrubbed out day one. We played side events all day Saturday, and we made our trip back with those Luke's Invaders.
Yeah, I think so. But I think the top end for Lorcana is definitely higher.
Yeah, and I think that there's reasons for it. I think that. What do you think, Ryan?
I have a lot of thoughts as we went through. I'm not trying to jump in, and I wasn't there. I mean, a lot of the stuff is interesting. I mean, the whole like the stage was cooler and blah 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 whatever. I just don't care at all. I will say Europe has a better stage than America.
Oh, for continental.
Yeah, it's just in general. I guess because Ravensburger is based out of Germany, they have it already over there. So the stages are better in Europe. I'll give them.
Yeah,
this stage was sick.
Probably one of the
coolest
stages I've ever
was
seen.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just don't care about that at all.
What about selling merch?
The selling merch.
Yay or nay?
I'm kind of in between on it. The whole time you're saying, I just want the hoodie to take home. Well, if I'm at a Lorcana tournament and they have hoodies that the little girl, the little boy can just buy, aren't they then just not going to buy my Rapunzels that I have 20 of them and I want to sell for $100? I want them to want that Rapunzel. I don't want them to want the hoodie. You know what I mean?
You guys are like the power gamer versus the casual fan.
I'll say again, I went to Atlanta DLC, the first one in 2024. I would have liked to have a t-shirt that said DLC Atlanta 2024.
And I'll say Brittany doesn't want any Lorcana stuff, but this is her hoodie. She loves this. So it's like there's got to be some balance.
Apparel and wearables are like a big deal. Just let people buy a $25 t-shirt. It's not that complicated.
I think that will come.
Yeah, I think it'll come, yeah.
It's Disney. They're both Disney, right? I mean, they're going to make that happen. I mean, if we know anything about Disney, is they can sell some merch, right?
Yeah, and I mean, you guys said Steve Warner was there. I mean,
exactly.
He's gonna go back and
take note. He's taking notes.
Yeah, he definitely.
Steve Warner's taking notes. Big shout out to content creator Veiled Shot. We met him, and he was an awesome guy. Talked to him for a long time.
We should get to Labubus.
Let's get to the Labubus. So last week we had a bunch of comments on people that wanted Zan to open a Labubu live on the podcast. So let's get to that right now. We have with us 2 Labubus from the Big Into Energy case that Ryan bought a little while ago. We know for sure by process of elimination that these Labubus are either Hope and Serenity, the blue and the green one, or obviously the secret. Zan, you're going to be opening the Labubu.
Yeah.
As you do it, we'd love to hear your thoughts on quality of the box, feel of the materials, and all these things. But first, what are your thoughts on the Labubu craze? You're not typically a person to jump in on trends.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't even open my packs. You know, like here's my backpack. Here are all the packs I won.
It's all about
this last weekend, and it's just all in my backpack.
I also keep packs.
It's for practice. You got to save it for practice. It's all about value.
So why don't you open packs?
Why don't I open packs? I just think that I'll just order singles for the cards that I want. I never want to feel like entranced with opening packs. Like I don't want to feel the need to do it. And so when I do open packs is like when I'm playing when we're playing sealed or we're playing draft. So now we know that for Worlds, that's a format. There's a huge incentive to hold on to packs.
Why do you think Labubu is sort of taken over the pop culture scene right now?
It is a heavy indicator that we are entering a recession. It's just
So depressing.
which is sad. But I mean, it's like it's just a bean. It's a Beanie Baby basically.
You think they're cute?
Not at all. But okay, so this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna open this
softball question I've ever given anybody.
We have one more left, and if we get 30 comments,
no, make it more if we're giving that Labubu away.
No, we're not giving that Labubu away. You will be opening it if we get 30 comments.
Oh, I like this.
I don't want
Does he get to keep it?
Yeah,
30 comments.
30.
I can't buy a Labubu, then I won't be. Zan told me at the beginning of this craze
No.
that if I bought a Labubu, I wouldn't be able to complain about being broke.
You already
ever
did.
Again.
You already bought. You got loyalty.
My girlfriend has loyalty.
Same thing.
So
Not
30,
really,
30,
'cause I don't
30
get to see it or
comments
touch
on
it.
the video.
How do you even know it's
That'll be
loyalty?
a new top comment
I found her
amount.
opening
So do that. We're gonna open a Labubu, and
All right,
then
Dan, make your
Jeremy's gonna
selection.
get one next week.
Stop stalling.
First question, left or right?
I think Ryan's a pretty lucky guy. Which one would you pick?
The one closest to you. Oh no, this one jumped out of the box.
That one's.
I feel like that's
that
got to
one's
be like
flying at you.
fish out
Okay,
of water.
talk to me about the box. Bigger, smaller than you expected. It's got some foiling on it. What do you think?
I mean,
This box,
this box.
the one you're holding. Look at the box you're holding and talk to me about it.
I mean, it's got big energy.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, there's a pull tab on the top.
All right, we're doing
The
it.
other side. Yep.
So we think green or blue are the ones left in here, or a secret rare. Which one would you prefer?
I mean, okay, I generally like green, but I think I would like a darker green. The blue looks better, and I like Hope better than Serenity. Serenity seems like I'm in a garden. But I think Loyalty is like my favorite one.
Oh my gosh, great.
But the one that I would like is the secret one, obviously.
Oh, yeah,
so,
sure.
you know,
Guaranteed secret.
if we get the secret
Guaranteed
one,
secret.
then all of us,
We all freak
we all
out.
freak
Yeah.
out.
Go crazy.
All right. Oh, it's still not open.
It's
What?
still not.
Yeah,
False
yeah.
alarm.
Oh,
Oh, he already knows
Oh,
it
you ruined
they,
it. You saw the
there's a
card.
little spoiler in the box if you
Sad.
don't know. There's a card.
Rip it.
Zan's Labubu is Serenity.
Serenity.
Nice. Ooh,
Zan, look at your
it's got a
Labubu in
good
the
tie
eyes.
dye.
Tell me how you feel about it.
It's got a good tie dye on it.
dude. I hope it's not.
That's the Labubu.
That's
That's the
creepy
theme.
as hell.
Zan, you're supposed to pretend to like the Labubu for TV.
The
I
little
think
monster.
everybody trusts me because I'm just authentic, you know.
Show everybody your trading card that you got at the bottom of this box.
Oh yeah.
So this is the spoiler. When you open your box, you get to see a trading card, so you know if you have the secret or not.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's lame.
right away.
Yeah, they should have put this somewhere else.
Yeah. They should have put it in the bag.
Or they should just put it in a pack, a 1-card pack.
True.
I'm pretty sure that Pop Mart knows how to do it, guys.
I think the whole point is they want to put the card there so that if you don't like it, you can keep the bag sealed and then you can still
Sell
sell
But then
the
how would you know?
bag.
How would the
I don't
person know you didn't switch the bag with another?
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I mean, I feel like every Labubu person knows like that you've seen what it is.
I'm really good at. Usually, they'll say if they're selling that they've cracked the bottom of the box to peek at the card. It's how you can buy still sealed Labubus on Facebook Marketplace.
Whoa.
I know. All right, guys, this is the conclusion of our podcast episode. Zan, you are the proud owner of a Serenity Labubu. Nathan has love, and I think Ryan has happiness. I, of course, despite being known as the Labubu Lorcana guy, a lot of people have been tagging me on Twitter in their Labubu-related posts. Of course, Lore Keepers Inn has all, I think it's 18 of the Labubus so far. I do not own one yet. Hope would look good on my backpack. I did want the blue one. So we know that one's either Hope or Id, the secret.
So did Fiona buy the last one or did you?
Fiona bought it.
You're lying. Okay. All right. If you want Jeremy to open it, give us 30 comments on Jeremy opening it. And yeah, that's a wrap.
Say bye with your Labubu.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.